Good morning, gang. Happy Thursday. So I hope everybody's staying warm and staying dry with all the weather going on. It's kind of nice. We got a good amount of rain yesterday. Got about 2 feet of water in the pond, so my drain system is working quite well. We're supposed to get more rain today. I'm hoping with the rain between yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I get the pond pretty damn close to full. So I know you guys asked, so I thought I'd give you that. Uh, you know, it's getting really interesting in the world. Something's coming. Yeah, not that I'm telling you guys anything you don't know, but it's really funny when you try to find out what's going on in the world. Sit down and read a news article, look at the media or whatever, and see what the media considers important stories. I mean, I am Fox News this morning. Headline story, something on Harry and Meghan. The Daily Mail, Harry and Meghan. Sky News, Harry and Meghan. MSNBC, Harry and Meghan. CNN, Trump's taxes. Okay. Like there isn't anything more important in the world. I could care less about Trump's taxes. Okay. Doesn't have any effect on what goes on. That's a witch hunt. No big deal. And all the other stories about some gelding and his bimbo wife really don't make a lick of difference in anybody's life but theirs. Okay. But the media thinks this is the important stuff to talk about. If that's what they're talking about, nothing else. I mean, really, there's nothing going on between Russia and Ukraine. There's nothing going on with the world economy. There's nothing going on with the invasion at the southern border. I mean, other than Joe saying he's too busy to go down to the southern border. I don't know, those 270 vacation days he's taken since he's been in the White House, but he's too busy. Okay. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that there's a new ice cream store that opened up in Tucson or something like that he had to go to. That was, a little bit more in his wheelhouse. But it's getting more and more difficult to get what's really going on in the world. And that's why I think we're about to get slammed with something because nobody wants to talk about it. And so you got to start digging in and putting bits and pieces here and there together to figure out what's up. Something that did come out yesterday, and granted, when you talk about financial stuff, the data is 6-8 weeks old, okay, because it takes that long to compile it and everything. But this one's flat out scary. In October, okay, we weren't into Christmas shopping yet. I can't think there's a huge Halloween shopping spending spree going on. In October, credit card debt in the United States went up $10.1 billion. Okay? It is the most credit card debt Americans have been in ever. Okay? Remember all that great talk during COVID when they were saying because stores were closed and people were stuck home, people were actually saving money, which now is kind of what they're trying to blame for inflation. Okay. Oh, that money people saved, now they're going out and spending it, and that's driving prices up. Yeah, right. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I save money, and I don't really think I'm affecting inflation any. Okay. Saving money is a prudent idea for, I don't know, a rainy day, the days that you can't work, kind of retirement. What the hell is that? I mean, who the hell ever figured that people be able to retire anymore? You don't work till the day you die. But so now we are in a situation where credit card debt is at an all-time high, and the savings people have is at a 17-year low. Okay, Go back to 17 years. Where are we? 2005. Okay. If you remember what was going on in 2005, this was after 9/11. The markets had recovered. The happy days were here again, and we were in the housing bubble. This was the beginning of the housing bubble when if you could walk and chew gum, you could get a mortgage. Okay. We all know how that fell apart a couple of years later. How does this affect everybody? What's going to happen? How does this affect you as a prepper? If there's a record high in credit card debt, somehow that's got to get paid. And why is there a record high in credit card debt? My guess, it's not people going out to Lululemon and buying stuff. It's not people going and buying big screen TVs. It's people going out and buying groceries. It's people going out and buying gasoline. Okay. What I can't find, and I keep looking for this, is some sort of figure, some sort of statistic on how many people are putting their utility bills on credit cards. If I can ever find something like that out, that's where it's going to scare the piss out of everybody. Okay, that's when it comes to the point where we're done. You know you can't put your mortgage on a credit card or something like that. That doesn't work. But the people of this country are now doing the same thing that the government of this country has done, spending money we don't have. The difference is the people are spending money they don't have on necessities, food, heat, that sort of stuff. The government spends it on whatever piss poor idea that comes through their, I'd use the term brain, but I don't think there is one that exists in Washington. What happens when this all falls apart? Because it will, okay? We've all heard all the stories. We've seen the layoffs that are going on. There is every prediction from Tom, Dick, and Harry out there that we are going to see mass layoffs after Christmas. What happens after Christmas when all these people lose their jobs and all the credit card bills come due? Right? The bankruptcy courts are going to be flooded. The companies have already got paid, guys, mind you. Okay. Visa, MasterCard, whoever it is, has already paid them. So when you start seeing that the credit card companies go, we're reducing people's credit limits, that's what they're going to do. They've got to make their money back somewhere. They don't want to take the risk. As interest rates keep going up, banks get they start to tighten the lending. Credit cards are going to do the same. What starts happening when your $5,000 limit on your credit card now becomes a $2,000 limit on your credit card, and instead of carrying a 40% balance, which you shouldn't be doing anyway, now you're maxed out because they reduced your credit card limit. Now you go, shit, honey, we can't buy groceries. We can't put it on the credit card. That's coming. And then you're going to get a situation where the gimme people are going to be screaming, going, we need a credit card bailout. We think I'm kidding? That's coming. Okay. When people start flooding the market, selling things, selling cars, selling houses, selling lawnmowers, pick anything. That's going to drive inflation through the freaking roof. And it is really going to make things more and more difficult for you and me to get, okay? Because the stores aren't going to be willing to keep inventory as high as they do, as best as they can right now, because they know the people don't have the money to spend it, and they don't want inventory sitting on the shelves. So you figure if Home Depot keeps 10 sets of screwdrivers on the shelf, and they do all these numbers, that's what they're figuring. Okay, we're going to sell 10. But now all of a sudden they go, oh my God, credit's been cut in half. We only need to keep 5 sets of screwdrivers on the shelves. but we still need to make that revenue. Price goes up, okay? And you have less ability to get it. You got to look past the headlines, and just what the media wants to tell you about the story. They're, like I said, all happy to talk about Harry and Meghan because they're not going to get in trouble. It's sensationalism. It gets clicks because there's enough brain dead people out there go, oh, gee, I got to see what's going on with Harry and Meghan. Like, who gives a crap, okay? But I want to know the stuff that's going to affect my household, my wallet, my pantry. Am I going to be able to buy food? Is lettuce going to cost less than $5 a head? Okay, or whatever. What's a can of beans going to cost? Okay, what's beef going to cost? Those are the kind of news stories that I want to see. Those are the kind of stories I want to talk to you guys about because, at least in my opinion, those are the important ones. Okay, regardless of what some of these wannabe YouTube channels, wannabe TikTokers, that, get jealous of people that actually do research and, find out what real stories are. Yeah, get your information that's important. There's if you want the Harry and Meghan stories, if you want to watch the YouTubers, the Instagrammers, or whatever that couldn't find their ass with both hands. I mean, there's a perfect example of this one guy who thinks he's some ghetto rat, fat fuck who probably couldn't get out of his recliner, but I'm an important guy with my 5,000 subscribers, who never tells you anything. You want to listen to those people. You want to listen to the media. That's your prerogative. You can do that, okay? There's a lot of good channels on YouTube that actually tell you the truth of what's going on in the world because they put the effort in. The media doesn't put the effort in. You guys know as well as I do. You've seen many of these articles. This happened, 6 screenshots of tweets and a byline. That's an article. A journalist's job now is to compile tweets. That's difficult. Okay. Look for the important news. Again, a few of you guys sent me stories overnight on the news that came out about copycats up in Oregon and Washington. Okay? Yeah, that's something worth paying attention to. Copycats from what happened in Moore County, North Carolina. That's worth paying attention to. Are there people out there trying to take down the power grid? Absolutely. All right. Who are they? They're probably the fanatics, like I said, Extinction Rebellion or something like that. The left won't paint it that way. But notice they really don't want to talk about it. Why? Because they know who's doing it. It's their team, if you will. And so they don't want to, they can't come out and say, hey, this is a good thing. So they won't come out and say, hey, it's anything. They won't tell you about it. And if you don't know, we'll just push it off to the side. You got to dig deep to find the important stuff, guys. Keep looking for it, because I will. And to all the wannabes out there and the jealous people, the lazy people, enjoy your 5,000 subscribers. The rest of us who work hard at this, who communicate well between each other to find out what's going on, we'll continue to tell the truth. You continue to whine. As for the rest of you, enjoy Thursday. Pinball out.